Hello, I'm Sue Nelson with the Job Search Center, here with another tip for job seekers or indeed anybody who's looking for work. Job seekers spend a lot of time online looking for job leads and not finding a whole lot posted there, and so they believe that there aren't that many jobs available. Meanwhile, employers are saying they can't find any good candidates. So how do we work this mismatch out? Think about it. Have you ever heard an employer say, "Oh, the best job seeker found us. Wait till you see their job search skills"? No. Or, "We're so glad you came. We're so glad you found us. We've been waiting and waiting to be found." Employers don't say that. Employers say they found a really good hire. So obviously, as job seekers, we need to be found. And how do we do that? The answer to almost all job search questions: networking. Employers are working hard, sometimes even harder than job seekers, to find good new employees who can solve their problems in the way they want them solved. The ones who are seeking us, we need to be found. So when you're networking, who you're networking with and your personal style are the best indicators of who you'll attract to further your prospects. In other words, to attract the people who are looking for you so you can be found. Employers are also networking. They're putting out feelers, running ads, and networking with their employees, coworkers, friends, organizations, everybody they meet. They're asking, "Do you know somebody? Do you know somebody?" Let's study this further. Compare sending in a resume with having an introduction from somebody the employer respects. When you send in your resume online, it most likely goes through an ATS, applicant tracking system, that will look for keywords that the company has decided are the best keywords they need to fill their job. It's very fair, but it's not warm. If you have enough of the keywords, you'll be put in the A pile, and you may be called in for an interview after a human scans it for seeing more of what's on that resume, but it's still looking at what's the best fit on paper. So it's not until you get to the interview, if you get called, before you can start establishing some kind of rapport with the interview. If the interviewer feels that you have enough know, like, and trust factor and more than the other candidates, they may even extend you the job offer. Great, yay. Now let's compare that with another candidate. You're at a networking event, one you attended a few times before, and you know the organizer, who introduces you to another member of the group and says, "I just know you two are going to hit it off because his company uses stuff that you do. You have similar interests. You're both really great people. I just know you're going to really enjoy meeting each other." That's a really good introduction. And so when the member says, "Tell me about yourself," and you have your statement already, you're really primed to have a good conversation, and you chat back and forth a little bit, and you decide there's some meat to what you have to discuss, and so you decide to have a one-on-one conversation afterwards. In the way that you keep your commitments back and forth and the style you use to communicate to get to that next one-on-one meeting, you're building even more know, like, and trust factor. In that conversation, the member might say to you, "Gee, you know, we have an opening in our company for somebody just like you. Would you send me your resume?" And so you do. And then the member takes your resume and goes to the hiring manager and says, "I have the best person for you. You won't believe it. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's got grace and class and wit. He's tremendous. Look at the accomplishments on his resume. And he even has more than that he told me about. You gotta meet this guy." How can any resume, even an ATS approved resume, compete with that? So you really need to be out networking and meeting people and showing who you are. You can go to meetups to find networking groups. You can look for job search groups in your area. You can go to professional and industry organizations. Just please get started meeting people so that pretty soon your new employer says, "Oh, we just hired the best guy or gal for this role. You won't believe how wonderful they are." And you will say, "I got the job."